So welcome the beautifully stunning Nim Sant. This is a dream for me to be interviewing you. You have started such a beautiful revolution, and I'm excited to take our viewers on a journey of this fierce feminine energy that is the go all in strategy that you have coined and turned into this beautiful TV series and best-selling book. And now I understand the Rockstar Academy too. So many incredible things have come from your wound to wisdom and now into wealth.
Yeah.
So welcome, Nim.
Thank you so much, MaryKate. I am so honored to be here. Seriously, I love your energy, your smile. I can see from your eyes. I just love it.
Yay! Well, let's dive straight in, because this lady, you have come from humble beginnings, and it feels like through your story, which we're going to look at, that you've used that to kind of to craft yourself in this way that, you know, failure is, it's not that it's not an option, it's actually a strength. It's like this way to kind of fail forward fast and then get back up again. So talk to us about the beginning of your story and where, let's call it the wound, or, you know, where that kind of adversity started to kick in.
Yeah, that's so cool. Actually, it's the wound, right? And it's funny because I'm writing my next book right now, and the title of the book is Punch Fear in the Face. And you know, I'm talking about failure doesn't scare me. And I always use this concept that if I'm going to fail in something, I'm going to fail very fast, because then I know that this is not the route to go. This is not, you know, or I have to do something else. I have to pivoting it. So I came from the third world country of Thailand, lower middle class family, broken family. From the very humble beginning, I was a girl who grew up confusing about marriage, you know, about parenting, about family. I didn't have the so-called parent that support or I mean, my mom, she's trying to do her part. She's trying her best, you know. But I often wonder, like, is she happy?
Yeah.
You know? And so coming from that kind of family that did not have the I don't want to say a correct or the right support, because what is the right support anyway, right? You know, but my background with the family, with the country that I came from, with the I called it foolish tradition of your father. You know, like there's so many belief that you know, we believe, I mean, in America too, and in every country, every culture, you know, we believe something that's actually is a lies, you know, and is hurt our generation after generation, right? So the country I came from, they believe that if you have fair color of skin, then you are beautiful. So my skin color is considered dark in my country.
Right.
So it's considered like a lower class.
Wow.
And growing up in elementary school, I remember that people always say it to me, like adult, like not the other kids, but adult always say to me like, wow, your eye is very big. You know, your lip is very thick, your face is very round, and your skin is dark, and you short. And I was like,
thanks.
I was like, what else? Like, do I have anything left? Right? But at that time, that little girl did not know what's better.
Of course.
So then she believed, right? She believed them that she's not beautiful. You know, she believed that she's not good enough. So every time when she took a picture, she always smiled like this, like closing her eyes and just like smiling a little bit, like, because her eye is too big and her lip is too thick, you know. And that's sorry for my language, but that's bullshit, right? That's like
yeah.
no, right? That but it took me, MaryKate, it took me 25 years of my life to change my belief, because the whole time since I was born, since I can remember until 25 years old, I believe them. So I don't wear orange. I don't wear bright color. I always wear something dark because then
Okay.
I was stand out because I'm dark already, and then is wearing bright colors will stand out,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. And then I always wear always sunscreen, wearing long sleeve, even though it's damn hot, right? So, so then when I was 25 years old, I went to India as a graduate student. I got a scholarship from Indian Embassy to study Indian classical dance.
Mm.
And one morning, I was like walking on the street and I saw a group of girls, the Indian girl, ride a bicycle, and they wear Indian traditional clothes, right? Like red, purple, pink, blue,
Mm.
green, yellow. And I was like, eyes opening. This is like flowers. This is like butterflies together. And
Mm.
they're darker than me. And I was like, wait a minute. How can this happen? Right? I was 25, like, darker skin can be beautiful too, you
Yeah.
know. So then, when I came to the US, of course, people accepting, with the skin color and with what I have to bring to the table. At that time, I could not even speak English. I remember I came here first time when I was 21. I like when I order food, I just like point like what they have right there with a
Mhm.
picture. And my badass moment, Mary Kate, like when I drove to McDonald's for drive-through.
Yeah.
I always tell this story. I was driving to go to the drive-through and I ordered strawberry milkshake. And I was like, what in the world, right? And they gave me strawberry milkshake.
Wow.
And that was like big win for me. That was the badass moment for me. So,
So powerful to put that into context, really. To really put that into context, to move all the way, from Thailand, then to India, to the US, and not have that language. That strawberry milkshake is pretty phenomenal, really.
so, I mean, you got to be proud of yourself from
Mm.
where you come from and the experience that you create actually, without that day that I decide to drive into the McDonald's drive-through, I would never have this
Mm.
aha moment that I can. I
I
can.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that definitely we're kind of crafting in this series of interviews, that to show people that they can. It does not matter where they are, or what wound it is, or how uncomfortable or silly it might even seem to them, that it's actually a propeller. Once you kind of commit to that healing, there is a propeller that takes you to another state. And tell us about that then. So tell us about your journey from there and kind of what started to unfold for you. You've got so many different kind of lifetimes, haven't you?
I mean, every decade, every 10 years had something unfolding. And I believe that for each of us too, it's not just me,
Mm.
you know. Um, so I was trained Thai and Indian classical dancer. I was on the very top of my country. I have a very good career lined up. I was teaching at the university at the dance department. And everybody I was on TV. I was, planned out very well.
Yeah.
Then I met my husband. He from the US. He's American, and you know, the universe doesn't plan the way I plan my life. So then we decided to, move to the US, and I was like, oh shoot, what do I do now?
Mm.
Like the plan that I planned before. Like I was planned to be the only one in Thailand, in the country, who teach Indian classical dance, basically.
Wow.
Like I was like that young brain. I
Where I'm
planned
going.
very well, and it worked. But then the universe not working that way, because there are a lot of bigger plans for us, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I moved to the US. I taught at the university as the guest teacher for a while. And I thought, okay, what do I do? I don't feel fulfilled. So yoga studio is everywhere around the corner here, just like 7-Eleven everywhere in Thailand, seriously. So I signed up to be a yoga teacher. Actually, I was invited to teach yoga at the college, and I was a fake yoga teacher for about 2 months.
I'm
I was
sure you could pull it off though.
So yeah, because of the dance background, I can do all kind of stuff. But so I was teaching in front of the class, and it was the moment that, oh shit, like I don't know how to teach yoga, because I watch YouTube and then I come teach yoga. I watch YouTube and I come teach yoga every time before the class start.
Fantastic. I love that you're so open about that.
I haven't talked about this for a while. That's funny. And then then I decided, okay, if I'm gonna do it right, then I'm better get some training. So I went to get a training, got a certificate, become the yoga teacher, just like everyone else. Then I end up serving a lot of people, helping them, healing them, giving my heart to them, but feeling empty inside because I run around 5, 6 different studios a day, gym and studio, making a little bit of money here and there, could not even pay bills. Right. So
How was that feeling for you when you're so busy, kind of from this, this high top level classically trained dancer going to the number one in your country to now
yeah,
being like one of millions of yoga teachers all over the place?
exactly. Right. We have more teacher than the student actually. So at that time, I didn't know. I thought I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm trying it. I'm making it. And I listened to everybody to say, just one step at a time, taking your time, taking a step is a liar. Because taking a step, an average action, giving you an average result. Right?
Let's repeat that.
Average action gives you average result.
Yes.
And you were born to be an extraordinary person, because being normal is the worst of the best and the best of the worst.
Oh my gosh, there's another one. Being normal is
The worst of the best. Think about it, right? There's the best, the top people are here, but
yeah.
you're normal. So you're right here. You're in the bottom. You're the worst. But then there are people who are like worse than you, but you're still the best of them.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be normal. You want to be extraordinary, right? You don't want to be ordinary. So being normal is the worst of the best, and the worst
Wow.
best of the worst. Do you want to do that? Do you want to be that? I don't think anyone want to be normal from now on. I hope not.
Not after
Right?
what we've just been through in 2020.
Yeah, but so a lot of people got trapped, right? That, oh, just take one day at a time, taking a step. I did for many years. It didn't do any good, because the brain, when you are busy, the brain think that you're doing something good, you're doing something right. But being busy, it doesn't mean being good, doesn't mean doing it right. You know what I mean? So then that's why I came up with the concept of go all in. Like, you gotta go all in. If you said you're gonna lose 50 pounds, you're gonna lose 50 pounds. You're gonna do it. You're gonna go all in. You're not gonna just like go to the gym once a week just to get sore.
How did that spark in you then? What was the moment where you were like, I've got to go all in? What shifted in you?
Because I was sick every single month for the whole year. I had, you know, stomach ache, headache, whatever, like come up until I broke my toe, 1 month, and then until the last month. I remember it was about around Thanksgiving. I had a walking pneumonia, just like COVID. Like, people could not be close to me in the same room with me. I have rash everywhere on my body, could not breathe, and I was in my bedroom. And I thought to myself, I asked myself, like, how did I get here? Like, I'm the yoga teacher. I get up early, it's 4:30, I practice yoga, and I teach yoga and I eat healthy. And what's going on? I meditate.
The classics. The classics, I'm looking after myself, but on the outside.
So, I wasn't fulfilled.
Mm.
And when you're not fulfilled here and here, your body is your instrument and is listen to you. And that's why it's sick,
Yeah.
right? So then I change everything. I change my mindset. I basically have to go through therapist, and I found one of the women. I call her my fairy godmother. She's the old lady, and she worked for what do you call it? Rapid eye therapist,
Oh, yeah.
the EMDR,
Mm.
and I said, brainwash me.
Brilliant. Send her
And,
over here, Nim.
and she loved it. She loved it. I don't want to do any workbook.
Mm.
I don't want to pay $100 for an hour for you to
Yeah.
listen to what I say, and then you said, here's workbook. I don't want to go traditional like that.
Yeah.
So she used her technique, which is very thankful, and she just basically heal from the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a wound, and here's a healing, but you open it up,
How
and
did
that's
that feel as you were going through it? What was coming up for you?
very tiring, very tiring. A lot of crying, a lot of it's very exhausted, the brain, because rapid eye therapist, if for those who are not familiar with it, like our eyes are the windows of our brain, right? So they work it through your eyes, and work with the brain. I don't know much either, but it's work, it's but I feel very exhausted. I could not even like drive back home after I met my therapist because it's very exhausted. I slept a lot, but it doesn't mean like I forget my past,
Mm.
forget what my wounds,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I'm in a better place. I feel like I'm healed, you know. I still have a long way to go, but
We
it's better
all
than
do.
before, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So you really took it upon yourself after like these 12 months of just being sick and tired of being sick and tired. and and then went into this pretty rapid healing, really. And as you said, when you go into a rapid healing, whether it is in this form or even in the shamanic form or whatever that may be, the body is having to kind of meet itself and remove the energetic toxins. And it is tiring, it is exhausting, and you can give up. So, what kept you going?
Because I don't want to be normal.
Okay. So, tell us what came from that.
So when you decide to go all in, the world behave different. The doors open, the right people show up, the right opportunities present. I mean, you got to believe that everything that you want in your life is already here. It's already here. When I first heard the sentence, like everything you want is already here, and I was like, that's nonsense. It doesn't make sense. Like I don't have it. But you
Yeah.
said, "Oh, yeah, came from my mentor. Everything you want is already here." And I was like, how can it be here? Like I didn't have, the health that I want. I didn't have money. I didn't have success. But when you shift that mindset right there,
Mm.
believe that it's already there, like it's in you. It's like treasure is in you.
Mm-hmm.
But the key is you got to work to find it.
Okay. Hear that, everyone. The treasure is in you. But the key is you've
Yeah,
got to work to find it.
yeah,
I love that. I love that. To open that treasure.
yeah. And here's the invitation from the universe that sent it to me, and I want to send it to everyone too. So the treasure is in you. All the thing that you want in your life, the love, the freedom, the abundance, or financial freedom, or whatever it is, it's already in you. Most people don't find it because they don't understand, they don't believe it. You know, the and the key is to find it, right? But the universe also invite you I'm trying to put this together, invite you to be the person you love to be. You always love to be, you always want to be.
Mm.
So when you accept that invitation that the universe invite you to do and to be yourself, really the person you want to be. That's why Gandhi, he said, be the change you wish to see in the
Mm-hmm.
world. That's a treasure, that's a roadmap right there, that's the
Mm.
map. So since then, I again, I'm still not so-called perfect, right? I still have a long way to go, but but I, in every role, like mother, wife, leaders, sister, daughter, friends, like I want to be the person that I want to be. I want to be the wife, the kind of wife that I want to be. It doesn't matter how my husband, what he gonna say to me or do or whatever it is, but I'm gonna be the woman that I dream to be.
This is so powerful. And, just to really give that gravity to what you're saying. And I really want to invite the audience to comment on this and to, let us know what's landing for you here. That this invitation from the universe is to be who you want to be. It's not like a bumper sticker. It's a real, like you're saying, there's this treasure in all of us, this glorious universal map. And when we go all in, when we put every fear aside and say, I am I am that person that I wish to be, the universe literally shifts around you, the world shifts around you to go yes, and starts equipping you, supporting you, lifting you up, and giving you opportunities, because you've said yes to the invitation. So it's like, cool, we're playing now. And
Yeah.
so what opened up for you, Nim?
What's that again? What opened door for me?
What opened for you when you went through this healing and you're like, I'm going all in?
It's not easy. It's very exhausting, to be honest. Like, you don't have to go all in 100%, but you got to go all in 1% in every area of your life. Each time you do it,
Mm.
you know, um, it doesn't matter. When you want to achieving something, right? A lot of people set a goals, right? But they forgot that they need to sign up for something inconvenience, the
Mm.
inconvenienceness.
Mm.
To achieving the goal is very inconvenient. It might require the weekend. It might require so many late night sleep. It
Yeah.
might require not buying a new clothes. It might require like 14 hours work a day at the beginning.
Mm.
It might require taking risks and hire, you know, mentor who can help you because you don't know what you don't know. So it's very inconvenient.
Perfect. You don't know what you don't know. And when you're signing up for a goal, you're not just signing up for the end result, you're signing up for that journey and all the inconvenience that goes along the way.
Right, right. Because if you don't have the mentor, and I recommend everyone to have the mentor in whatever area that you want to improve in your life, you know, and if you don't have a mentor and you set a goal and you want to get a goal, I mean, if you don't have the mentor, you probably will get it long time ago.
Mm.
But why you don't have that because you don't know. So you got to find someone that they have,
Yes.
you want to have. And it's funny, MaryKate, because like I have people reach out to me each day, and that's funny because like there's some people message me and said, Nim, how do you do that? I want to have what you have.
Mm. Do
And I
you
was like,
go through what I went through?
and I was like, okay, so if I tell you what to do, will you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm any smarter. It doesn't mean I'm any better, but I commit more than you.
Mm. So what is this key to commitment then? Because what you've created essentially is this um this shift, from, like you said, from these humble beginnings, from kind of feeling outcast and not really not really supported. You use the word and you're like, what is the right support? But really not feeling supported inside because of your appearance, essentially. And then finding out that actually in another culture, in another belief system
Language.
and language, yeah, beautiful, you know, these Indian girls are fabulous. Then you learn that dance and you become this incredible dancer and teacher, and then move, you know, over to America and start learning and saying yes before you even know how to do things.
Yeah.
And yet there is still kind of, you saying, you know, this illness through your body, and your body saying there's something else for you, Nim. Look inside. So what was the something else? What came?
So, you know, one more thing before we go there, you know, you talk about commitment,
Yeah.
right? So commitment is mean you will do whatever it take to get it,
Mm,
you know. Interest, you know, the commit and interest are different. Interest is you will do whenever is convenient. Like I'm interested to do this. Oh, I'm interested to run 5K, you know, I'm interested.
yeah.
But I commit to run 5K, which means you gotta get up even though it's very cold and dark in the morning. Go
Yes.
run.
Yeah.
So right now, um, it's funny because each of the things that I done for my business, I look back and connect the dots. I man, this is like that, like a fun accident that it happened. For example, you know, just got my own show, Go All In, to air on ABC 15 here in Phoenix, Arizona. It was the fun idea. It just came from the idea, and we women, we have tons of idea,
Yeah.
right? But a lot of people don't do things from the idea that they have, so
Mhm.
it becomes a dream, and then it's a daydream,
Yeah.
right? And then it's gone. So I have the idea of like, okay, I wrote a book, Go All In, and you know, people started to like, name Go All In, you know, like I'm going all in, name, you know, like it feels so good to influence others, you know, to like going all in. But then it's like, okay, how do I do this even more? How can I go extra mile? So I interview a lot of achievers and put it on the YouTube channel. Is, you know, it's hit like 60,000 views right now. You know, it's like amazing within a short time.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, how about if we get it on TV, a real TV, you know? So and yesterday one of my clients asked, how do you do that, Nim? I said, pick up the phone call.
Yeah. Make
Like,
the
call
phone
ABC.
call.
Yeah, pick up the phone, call and call ABC and say, this is my idea, what do you want, you know, do you like it? You know. So basically that is like the commitment, right? The commitment, you say you're going to do it, and then you do it. I had a hoodie that I created for my brand, and it says, say less, do more.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to say much, you do. That's what I teach my kids too. Because they like to say like, I will do it, mommy, I'm doing it. Yeah, do. You
Yeah.
do.
Show me.
Yeah, yeah.
What's interesting is, you know, through all of what you're saying, it's this, you know, this commitment, and I love that about interest and commitment. This two different kind of energies. One is an energy of, it's like I've decided and I've made that decision and I've aligned with, you know, potent energy. And the interest is sort of like a fluffy energy of, you know, a playful energy, and not making either of them right or wrong. But what you're saying is, to go and achieve, you need the decision energy. And what happens then, because this is the key for everyone listening, you make that decision, you go all in, and you fail. Now
You got
what?
to fail fast, and you got to fail very fast. You know, don't just like, again, go back step by step, take that quantum leap, go all in. You know, take that leap. Don't just walk, don't just jump, and don't run. Just take the leap, like go. You know, that find a smart way to do, again, find a mentor, right? And take that leap. And what happened if you fail? Suck it up.
I love that. What are your tips for sucking it up? You know, what are the things that you have used in your mindset, in your energy to kind of when you failed and maybe you've not felt so good? How have you moved yourself through it and come back again?
You don't do a thing by yourself. You know, I have a CEO for my company, which is
Mm.
God. You know, God is my CEO. You know, I do everything
Yes.
with my higher purpose. I am just the instrument. I'm not any, you know, any different, any smarter than any woman and man in this world, you know. But I consider myself as an instrument of God, you know. And if the audience, you guys right now, ask me what God you're talking about, Buddha or,
Mm.
you know, Christian God, or because I'm came from Thailand, right?
Yeah.
And well, I'm talking about the same God that you're talking about, the God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same God you're talking about. What God you're talking about? Yeah, I'll talk about that God too. You
Yeah.
know, so you need to rely your purpose, your higher purpose, with someone, something that is bigger than you.
Mm.
Because every time when you fail, you know that you're not alone. You have that hand to lift you up, to walk you through the darkness,
Mm.
right? So there's a four words that I always say throughout the day, every day, MaryKate. I say, and you guys can write it down too. I am willing.
I am
I
willing.
I am open.
I am open.
I am able.
I am able.
I can.
I can.
So after you say these four words, whenever struggle came, you sit down and you say it in your head, and you stop and
Mm.
you listen. Don't just keep saying it. Don't just keep pick up the phone and do something else.
Mm.
Stop and listen and move on. Even though you don't hear anything yet, you think you don't hear anything yet, but things will start to show up, and look for the sign. There's a sign everywhere.
Mm.
The sign that this is the right way, the sign this is the wrong way, you know, everywhere.
That is really beautiful and it's powerful because there's that energy in it's a surrendering, isn't it? There's like that surrender to the larger life, you know, this God, goddess, life, creator, source, universe. We have so many different ways of describing it now. But essentially, like you're saying, it's something bigger than us.
Yeah, yeah,
And without it, we're not able to breathe and live and have consciousness. And so to trust in that energy is a surrender. And I love that God is your CEO. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. And there are three types of people. The first group of people, they are task oriented,
Mm.
right? They're entrepreneur, but they're doing task, right? They keep going, they're doing their work. And a second group of people, they are goal oriented.
Mm.
They having goal, they have a goal. Okay, I want to, you know, make 1.5 million this year. I want to, you know, speak on TEDx stage. I want to, you know, 10x my business, whatever it is, right? As goal oriented. And then the last group of people, they are purpose oriented, right? So like, I know why I'm doing this task. I know why I'm setting this goal, because I have the purpose. So let's move from the first group, the second group, to the third group, right? Why not, right? Should we do it to be a purpose oriented uh, person?
Yeah, I love that.
Especially entrepreneur is such a, it can be a challenging, lonely journey, right? But when you have your purpose, you kill that demon, right? In the hard day.
Really do. I love that. And there's so many people in the audience that are budding entrepreneurs, and they might not even use that language, Nim, because, you know, where we're moving to on the planet at the moment is, you know, we've kind of got this uprising of the entrepreneurial or the new business because of what's kind of happened with COVID and this shifting of the the atmosphere in terms of workplace and not requiring as many people and working from home. And so a lot of people are finding themselves without an income and looking to kind of move into purpose income.
Yeah.
What would your advice be for those people that maybe are healers, yoga teachers, spiritually minded and do trust the signs, but are still in that kind of, oh gosh, money's a different energy though. You know, money can make the spiritual person kind of go back into their box regardless of the signs. What would you advise people to do?
See, this is a great question because I was there before. I was a yoga teacher, and for some reason, yoga people, yogi, we teach that, you know, we should give and give and give and not ask for money too much, don't charge too much, right? Oh my gosh. So think of this way. The more people you help, the more money you will
Mhm.
make. So if you said money, you know, I don't want to be salesy, well, then help more people. Go help, 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 help more people. Because if you give them what they want, if you give them what they need, right, they're going to pay you,
Mhm.
basically, right? And then make a lot of money. I challenge you, make a lot of money, because when you have that financial freedom, go ahead and teach free yoga class. Don't do donation class. Don't do that. You're not a beggar, right? So you either teach and charge a lot and help a lot of people, or you just teach for free. That's my concept,
Mm.
right? Like donation class is not going to be win-win situation, because you know you're not going to be satisfied with the money that you received, right? It's a donation, $5, $10, whatever. But then if you're not satisfied, how can you perform the best of
I love
yourself?
that. That's the key. If you're not satisfied, then how can you perform your best? And I come across this a lot with, you know, people in kind of like the spiritual industries that are givers and they come from a beautiful heart, but like yourself, you were unfulfilled. And so you got yourself fulfilled. How did you shift your mindset? So you had the healing, and then you moved out into the world. You're now a TV presenter with your own show, 2 best-selling books, and an incredible Rockstar Academy that teaches other authors how to get their book written and guaranteed bestseller, you know, and to then launch their coaching business too. You know, this is a phenomenal step up from somebody who was a yoga teacher 40 hours a week or more, and you know, and sick all the time. Give us the secret, Nim.
Like I said, you know, like the secret is to go all in. You know, there's nothing else. I mean, what do I mean? There are 3% of yoga teachers that make um, a lot of money. You know,
It's a small amount.
3%, and the rest just made from, seriously, like from $19 an hour to, you know, average, right? Well, 50, 60 per hour. I mean, the studio owner got to make some money too, to pay rent, to pay, you know. So it's like I learned all this system. I was the the manager to help the studio owner, like managing the yoga studio as well. So I know all this stuff, and we don't make a lot of money, you know. But anyway, be smart and look at those who are successful and who already get there, and you don't have to reinvent the wheels, right? You go and basically hack them. You know,
Yeah.
like look at what they do, what action they take. It might mean they are around themselves with another big influencer that will help lift their brand up.
Mm-hmm.
It might mean they have the, you know, they host a yoga retreat, that because it's a high ticket,
Yeah.
right? You know, I host international yoga retreat for many years after run around teach yoga at a studio. And then they might have the evergreen courses that They plug in and they don't have to always be there, you know. Also, maybe they might use the media, to help again bring their brands up,
Yeah.
because again, you got to be with the people who will help lift your
Yeah.
business up, and and hack them and look at the, like, connecting the dot, like, okay, for example, Kino McGregor, she's the world class Ashtanga yoga teacher. She's if I'm not wrong, she's the only one woman in the world who finished the 6 series of Ashtanga yoga.
Mm.
She's my teacher. I knew Nicole from YouTube channel and Instagram. She had 1.1 million followers. But look at, like, if you want to get into that level, making like 50K for one weekend workshop,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, you can get to that level, but
Mhm.
go study and do some research for those who have the result that you want to have, and don't criticize them. Maybe reach out to them to be your mentor. It can be scary, it can cost some money.
Mhm.
Nothing come for free. Like, I put myself, at that time, I put myself to be in the circle with Kino and her husband in her community,
Mhm.
spending over $5,000 for a few weeks to be with them, as a
Which is a
group.
scary concept, it's scary when you're in a situation where you're just beginning, for example, and you're like, but you have to, like you said, this go all in, it's a risk, and the risk involves this financial investment, and as well as the time, as well as the energy, as well as kind of maybe being rejected or looking bad, or losing friends because you might be, oh, she's up there now, that sort of thing, or being obsessed with what it is that you do.
Yeah, and obsess is not a bad thing. It's a
Mhm.
gift, you know.
I love that. Obsessing is a gift for all you Virgos out there.
you know Again, a lot of things that societal rules and parental rules, like, that's set up for us, is not right.
Mm,
And when you commit to go all in, you got to go all in physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You got to go
mm.
all in, do whatever it takes. If you say I can't do it, then shift to how can I do it.
There we go. Perfect.
you know
If you think you can't do it, shift to, well, how can I do it? What a
yeah.
beautiful conclusion. And I want I want to thank you massively, because I could talk to you all day. I could find out all the different parts of you that have lived through this life and are continuing to expand. But I'd love you just to kind of give us a, a nod to what it is that you're doing at the moment, and to tell us about Go All In TV, and yeah, what are your projects at the moment?
The exciting project at the moment is I'm hosting and organizing an International Impact Book Award.
Yes, you
Uh,
are.
I plan to dominate this market. I'm saying it out loud.
Yes.
Like, I'm not afraid. If I fail, then I fail, right? And then I'm suck it up and then I get back up to do it again. But this International Book Award, my company, we are giving an award for the authors who write nonfiction book in English that write something that impact the readers. We want to honor you. We want to celebrate you. We want to show you that your work doesn't go nowhere. It's you
Mm.
know it's you are beyond author. You impact. That's why the name of this award is International Impact Book Award. And if you and anyone who listening and watching this
Mm.
want to submit your book to us, we're gonna go through the committee. We're gonna judging, and then we're gonna you know take a look at your book, and we want to honor you. And that is very exciting project. And we accept application authors and publisher, independent authors around the world.
Mm.
Around the world.
And
Let's
so
celebrate.
where do they go to send in their application, Nim?
Yes, check out the website internationalimpactbookawards.com.
internationalimpactbookawards.com. Oh my gosh, Nim, you are multifaceted with all of the exciting things that are going on. And I know that we are going to be dropping links in so that people can just click straight through and find you on Instagram and your website and the Rockstar Academy. It's such a pleasure to interview in this way, and you have dropped some diamonds today. I think when we go back over the notes, we're going to find some pretty beautiful diamonds. I like, the interest and the commitment.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And the treasure is within you. The key is to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you belong to yourself. Don't have to try to be like Nim Stan. Don't have to try to be a MaryKate. Don't have to try to be like anyone else. You belong to yourself.
I love that. You belong to yourself. Fantastic. Thank you so much. What a pleasure. And we will be talking again soon. So much love. Mwah.
So much. Thank you so much, everyone.